What's up, guys? Ninth Jim here, bringing another VGC 2020 Pokemon Sword and Shield competitive video. Today we're going to be talking about Corviknight, the new bird from our new game, Sword and Shield. This guy's pretty cool, flying steel, just like old boy Skarmory. This guy's pretty sweet. He looks really cool. He's one of everybody's favorite new-gen Pokemon, one of the most generic new-gen Pokemon that everybody likes. It's pretty sweet. He has a couple of cool abilities here. The first one being Mirror Armor. His main gimmick is really sweet. Bounces back any stat lowering effects that Pokemon receive. So any max moves, Intimidate. Super good on a team of physically offensive Pokemon, since then you don't really have to worry about Intimidate nearly as bad, or just stat lowers in general. Makes this Pokemon not have to worry about as much stuff as other Pokemon would. Flying Steel, pretty good typing as well, physically and offensively. Having only a few weaknesses here, Electric and Fire, not bad at all. And then resists, Get Away, Ground, Get Away, Poison, it's crazy. Bug, Psychic, Flying, Steel, Fairy, does nothing. Dragon, all does very, very little damage. And then the only two weaknesses here are Electric and Fire, which we get to patch up a little bit with potentially running other things here, like especially with Electric. You can run a Lightning Rod Pokemon on your team if you wanted to. Kind of overkill, because there's nothing that really threatens you with Okos, but it's okay if you want to do that. It's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go into his stats here. Also, this Pokemon gets a Gigantamax form that is in fact legal for 2020, VGC 2020. I don't have anything about this, actually. I haven't seen it anywhere, but it's pretty cool. It just essentially Brick Breaks, kills off any Reflect or Light Screen, which is cool, definitely. But I mean, until somebody breaks it, I'm not worried about it. I think it's better to utilize your Gmax or Dynamax in a better position, in a better scenario, than just removing some screens. But I mean, who knows? On the right team, maybe this would see some play. Anyway, let's get into some stats here. Speed 67 is pretty good. It's not great. It's not that good, actually. It's pretty decent for a mid-speed Pokemon. You're going to outspeed all the fast guys under Trick Room, and then you're going to underspeed every fast guy other than that. So 67, it's not worth investing into usually. My first build is just the most used on Pikalytics, which does utilize speed a little bit, and I don't know what it's accomplishing, what it's trying to outspeed. I haven't really seen, but oh well. 67 speed is alright. As far as bulk, this is kind of where this Pokemon is amazing. 98 HP is pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. And then 105 defense is pretty amazing, especially with such a high HP. 105 defense, and then also 85 special defense is pretty crazy in general here. Just all around amazing bulk. 98, 105, and 85. Super, super bulky. 87 attack, which is what we're going to be using. We're not going to use special attack. 53, it's really, really, really lackluster. 85 regular attack is pretty solid, especially since its move pool really wants to use attacks, physical attacks. Anyway, let's get into its move pool here for a second. We have Iron Defense here, which is pretty cool. Definitely using that with Body Press in one of the builds. It's a pretty interesting build. Probably not the best build, but it's really cool in general. So we have Iron Defense here. A couple of other good moves in this. We have Taunt Access, which is pretty cool, but not Prankster, so we're pretty slow. So Taunt's mediocre, but it's interesting we have it. Same with Swagger, we're pretty slow, but it's pretty cool that we have it. Brave Bird is going to be our flying attack of choice, so that's pretty powerful. We get Screens, which is cool. Light Screen, Reflect, it's neat. Like I said, we're not fast though, so it's just neat. Rest is also neat, but that's really it. Protect, obviously. Some other moves here. We got U-Turn, which is cool. Fake Tears is cool, but not going to be using it. U-Turn could be used, potentially. Body Slam's interesting. Probably not going to worry about that. Let me mute my phone. Just started buzzing. Taunts, we already saw that. Iron Defense, already saw that. Bulk Up, I've seen this used. It's pretty annoying. It's pretty good. Iron Head is going to be our steel move of choice for stab. Body Press, like I said, is pretty cool with Iron Defense. Get your defense up way high and then Body Press everything and Roost away the damage. Pretty cool. Speaking of Roost, that's another awesome move. That's an egg move we get, Roost. And then also Tailwind. Jeez, can I please highlight just that? No, I can't. Anyway, Tailwind and Roost, both really good. I'm gonna stop that. Both are really cool. Roost, Tailwind are definitely gonna see play on certain builds. Anyway, yeah, that's it for those. Into some actual builds itself. So our first one here is gonna be Mirror Armor. Obviously, Leftovers is powerful. This is the most used on Pikalytics is Leftovers, as well as this exact spread here: 244 in HP, 12 in both defenses, 84 Adamant Nature, so 84 plus for attack, and then we also have 156 into speed. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what we're outspeeding here at 107. We can go take a look. So 107. Here we are at 107. Pretty weird number. But we outspeed uninvested form change Rotoms, which is pretty good. So any bulky Rotoms we outspeed. Other Pokemon that we're gonna be outspeeding: uninvested Duraludon is cool. We outspeed that. Other than that, Vileplume out of its or that's neutral nature, so we're not gonna be outspeeding you. Uninvested Milotic is cool that we outspeed that. Most of the stuff is not going to be uninvested. We outspeed uninvested Mandibuzz, which is cool. Braviary, Passimian will both be invested. Charizard hindering, that's never going to exist. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a couple of things to outspeed there. I don't know if that's worth putting that investment into that, but it's a possibility. It's like I said, this is the most used EV spread on Pikalytics, so it's there for a reason. A lot of people are using it, so that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, let's get into this first set here. We have Brave Bird, Iron Head for our stab attacks of choice. We have Roost to heal back up that damage. With Leftovers, we're pretty curative. And then we also have Tailwind just to make ourselves a little faster, make our whole team a little faster. Tailwind's really good, and especially on a bulky Pokemon like this, you won't take a lot of damage. You'll Tailwind, and then Leftovers it up right back. Anyway, I have a few here. This is for this build, the 244 1212. We do live in Arcanine Wild Charge by a max invested choice band Arcanine. We go to it's 70 to 83, so it's a guaranteed 2-hit KO, but it's not that bad. 70 to 80, that's not that bad. And then we have our partner Pokemon kill off that Arcanine. Pretty good. And then we also have a max invested modest special attack Rotom Heat Thunderbolt. We're living that as well, 80 to 95%. Guaranteed 2-hit KO. Guaranteed huge damage, but we live it, guaranteed. So at this 244 12 defenses, we can live like all of those, and those are like probably the most offensive threats that we have for Corviknight. So yeah, 12 244 is pretty okay. And yeah, so that's it for the first set here. The second set is a little bit more standard of a set. Aguav Berry, Mirror Armor. Aguav is our Pinch Berry. I like Pinch Berry on this Pokemon because a lot of things do like that 70 to 80% range, and then you Pinch Berry back up, then you kill off that Pokemon, and then you're living a good while, and that's pretty good. So we have Brave Bird and Iron Head still. Definitely our best stab physical attacks. Brave Bird and Iron Head never going to change. And then we also have Protect and Tailwind. Just pretty standard stuff here. You want to just Tailwind pretty early, Protect, heal up, and then or not heal up because this isn't Leftovers. If this is Leftovers, Protect would heal up. But Iron Head, Brave Bird, just doing solid damage, and we're especially defensive on this set here. 252 into HP, 252 into special defense, and we're Careful Nature, so we're plus on special defense, minus in special attack since we're not using it at all anyway. And then we put our 4 Leftover into attack. This is another very commonly used one. You'll see this a lot. It's specially defensive, so it patches that up. 150 and 125 defense, 205 HP, so we're really bulky overall, and this Pokemon, it's just going to last for a little while, set up a Tailwind, get pretty fast, and get pretty strong. So that's pretty much all that Corviknight here is doing. For our last one, we have a pretty gimmicky set, Iron Defense Body Press. I really like this. It's cool. Iron Defense Body Press is cool, but you do take a lot of damage to special defense things here. So in our investments, we do 252 into our defense. into our special defense, and then 252 into our HP since we patch up the defense with the iron defense, the first 2 iron defenses, and then body press just kills everything. You iron defense, you roost it up, you body press, you kill everything. It's really cool. Our last move here is Iron Head. This could be Brave Bird, whatever you actually need that whatever that you need that coverage for. You know, if you're running it on like an Excadrill Tyranitar team or something, you probably want the Brave Bird over the Iron Head just for more coverage since Excadrill already has Iron Head. You're probably not worried about using steel types that much. So Brave Bird's most likely there. And Roost, like I say, it's just Iron Head and then body press and then Roost, or Iron Head or Iron Defense and then Roost and then body press and then Iron Defense. And it gets pretty good. And if your opponent ignores it for a little while, then Iron Defenses just pile up and start doing a lot of damage with body press, and they're doing no damage because Iron Defense. So that's pretty cool. This build is pretty cool, but like I say, it's pretty gimmicky. Definitely test it out a lot and figure out the correct team to work it on before you just like breed for it and put it into Pokemon Sword and Shield. So anyway, now we're going to talk about some other stuff for it. First off, our ability Mirror Armor, like I said, it bounces back, which is really good for Intimidate, stuff like that. It kind of deters your opponent from using Intimidate Pokemon. They usually won't even bring it if they see this or a Defiant user. So putting it on a team like Excadrill Tyranitar that's very physically offensive, deterring Intimidate from happening, and if they do put it on, you get to punish them by bringing out Mirror Armor when you think they're going to Intimidate, or starting the Corviknight and setting up a Tailwind or something while they just can't do much damage, and then you just start sweeping with Tyranitar Excadrill, things like Arcanine, things like Gyarados. All of these Pokemon can really work on this team very well, being a little bit less susceptible to physical defenses, being able to Mirror Armor things away, deter the Intimidate, like I say. Mirror Armor is also just very good in general, since a lot of max moves are going to be lowering stats of your opponent Pokemon. They are essentially lowering themselves Pokemon, which is pretty good. Mirror Armor is really good for that as well. Corviknight overall is just a really cool Pokemon, really bulky, has access to an amazing ability, really good stab moves, Iron Head Tailwind, or Iron Head Brave Bird, Roost Tailwind, really good supportive attacks here, Protect, Tailwind, and on our really gimmicky one, Iron Defense. Roost Body Press is really, really interesting. So yeah, that's going to be really it for this video. If you made it this long, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, check it out. Check out all my guides. I'm doing more guides, at least a guide a day. You know, I take requests as well, so if you want to comment down below, do it. Comment whatever you want to see. I'll try my best to make some good builds for it in the future and future videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a good evening, or night, or day, or next 100,000 years. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good, say it twice.